Hello and welcome to Visions of War. Today we are doing a punch down. Um, you can punch across with this, as long as things go right, of course. Um, with some of the Superior Six members as well as Sinister Six that are left over after your big six tuplet that you're going to want to use with Craven, Doc, Green Goblin, Mysterio, Vulture, and Rhino. Add Quicksilver to the mix just to give a little bit of sustainability, as well as taking charges off of Swarm, and it really helps out the group. Um, we'll go over ISOs and abilities after we're done, but for right now, let's just get into the fight. So we're going to start off with Lizard, stripping all the buffs from the team and putting Vulnerable with his Skirmisher ISO onto Big Time Spider-Man to allow for a quadruple hit with Spider Slayer. So we're going to use the ult, which is clearing disrupted, copying clear positive effects from enemy to self, which is going to take the speed up as well. So let's go hit that. So you see we get all the abilities to self, then he spreads them to everybody else, giving our whole team speed up. We're going to go over here to Yellow Jacket, and we're going to use this one to attack him in the adjacent. We're trying not to hit Big Time yet. We don't want him to speed up. So we're going to hit these two over here, including Swarm. Now with the ult ability on Spider Slayer, we're going to hit him. He is going to give offense up to our people. He's going to hit him twice, and then he's going to call in two other people with the most damage to hit him as well. So we're going to pop that. You're going to see lots of damage coming from Spider Slayer, followed by two attacks with our highest damage, and boom, there goes Big Time. Now we're going to want to key on to the one with the Vulnerable, just in case they're bigger, to be able to get that double attack with the ult here, give offense down to their whole team. We're going to speed up our team with Shocker's special. Let them take a couple of turns. You know, they can get some punches in. We feel kind of bad for them if they didn't, right? And then we're going to go ahead and use Quicksilver for what he's for. So we're going to make so Black Widow dies, apparently. This is a big Quicksilver. But usually that just puts Disrupted so she doesn't go into stealth. Then we're going to take away Swarm's life, but we're taking away his charges so that he bleeds out and dies on his own turn, doing damage to himself because there's no Doc Ock. And then Shocker is going to finish this off. But after that, you're going to get a trigger with Electro with her charges to pop whoever's left over. It's usually Black Widow that it's going to pop. This was a punch down. I was trying to find a good combo, but really couldn't find one in War. So we're going to go back to the roster, and we'll show you what the ISOs are and what abilities to look for, the reason for the team kind of a thing, and why this actually works. But yeah, it's a fun counter. Something right now we have an event where we're using Superior 6 to in the event to get points for a milestone. So we have Lizard here. We'll go over him first. You want the ult, T-Ford and Lizard, and like I said, him at Skirmisher. The reason for the ult here, of course, is this all. So you see down here in the level 7, it says copy and clear all positive effects. So that's what you're really wanting that T4 there for. The next person is going to be Spider Slayer. You're going to want the ult here as well, and that's for this bottom one, calling two Sinister Six allies to the highest damage to attack the primary target. It's kind of like what Emma does, where her ult puts blind and then lets you attack. This is just calling Sinister Six, so you got to have the two people, but it really does a pretty good job getting the attacks in. And then him as Striker as well, just so you can have that. We all know what Quicksilver can do. He's just basically there for Disrupted and to remove that charge from Swarm. That's really it. And then to clean up at the end, because he gets another 2 turns. He gets his basic again and then an AoE. But we're also looking here at Shocker. Now, Shocker actually does have some importance right here. So he has this, which is going to reduce the speed bar by 20% on all targets if he has 2 or more Superior 6 allies. But he's also going to speed up or give offense up to everybody. I said speed, but I meant offense up to everybody. Um, so he's going to give the ability energy for 6 allies. That's going to include Spider Slayer. And he's going to give offense up for 2 turns, and he's going to fill himself. That's the speed up. He speeds himself up so he can also do his ult, which is going to slow them down. So he speeds him up, slows them down, gives you offense up. Very important stuff. Plus, with his, if you wanted to do his T4 and his passive, you can. It's just going to give more damage to your whole team. Sinister 6 is going to get damage, 25% more damage, plus 15% more damage overall. It's a nice chunk of damage. And then, of course, Electro. I mean, Electro's an awesome character. The 5 charges are going to trigger even faster because you get 2 charges instead if you have the superior 6 instead of 1. So it's 5 charges basically every 2 turns. So it's kind of a nice thing to have as well if you wanted a passive on that. But Electro, Striker, Shocker as a Raider, Green Goblin, or not Green Goblin, Lizard as a Skirmisher, and Spider Slayer as a Striker, and then whatever you want to put Quicksilver as, you do your thing. Personally, I have Striker on him just so you can double tap as there's Vulnerable. If you want him to always put Vulnerable down, then by all means put a Skirmisher. If you want his ult to give everybody Vulnerable, then put a Raider. If you want to take advantage of his huge health pool, then put Healer. I don't think you can go wrong with ISOs on certain characters, especially like Quicksilver, where he's just so fast and he's getting double turns. He's just going to do so many things for you. So in 2 of his turns, he's taking 4 turns. That's 4 different heals that he can give as a healer. I mean, if you really want to, go for it. And he has a huge health pool, so it's really going to help. But it's another counter we can use for Infestation. You know, we don't have very many yet. There's another team, New Avengers, that I'm going to be doing a video for on how to beat it. That has just a couple of counters. But, you know, the regular Doc Ock team with Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Classic, Mysterio, Vulture, and Rhino punches up real well in Infestation. There's a team I've called Buzz Off. It does real well against Infestation. Gamma, of course, can punch up against Infestation, but why waste Gamma? Why waste Doc Ock when you can use this team of leftovers, basically, to take care of the deal? So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.